Hey guys, it's Loom here. Today I will be showing you how to do my new stand-up bracelet. I really like this bracelet. It is so cool. It literally, when you wear it, it just like stays standing up like so. So you could definitely turn it and lay it flat if you wanted to, but I really don't like wearing it like that. I think it looks so much cooler when you wear it in the stand-up position like that. It's really super cool, and it definitely stays like up, so you don't have to like keep messing with it. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to do it with the extension, but I am going to be making one with two looms to where it goes all the way around because I like that one better. But first I wanted to do this one just to make sure that everyone is able to create it. So yeah, today you will need approximately 80 bands to make this bracelet. That is not including the extension. So I would figure out how many bands you need for your extension. For the bracelet, you will need one loom, one C-clip, and your hook. I will be using a metal tipped hook from the Rainbow Loom website. And then I will be alternating between all of my different color bands to make a rainbow effect. Make sure that you have your rainbow loom facing the opposite direction with the arrow pointing away from you and also in a staggered leg position. So let's go ahead and start placing the bands. I'm going to start with a purple band going from my bottom, middle, out to my left, like so. Now I'm going to do the same thing with another purple band, but going from the middle forward, like that. These two bands are just what's going to close up our bracelet and what we will be hooking our extension to. So that's why I just used the purple. Now I'm going to go ahead and start with pink, and then I will continue to alternate. So with our pink color, I'm going to go from this bottom left corner out to the right. And we're actually going to be making triangle shapes all the way up, but in a like vertical type shape. You'll see. So your pink band should have been laid from the left to the right peg. And now grab another pink band going from the bottom left straight up. And grab another pink band going from the middle to the top left corner. Like that. Now we're going to come to the right side, and we're going to alternate down the loom going left to right. So now we're going to go on the right, and we are still using pink, and we are going to go from this middle peg out to the right, like that. Now grabbing another pink band, we are going to go from this middle peg forward. And for our last pink band, we're going to go from this right pin up to the middle, like that. I'm just going to fix it. There we go. So now we're going to switch colors, and if you can see there, it makes like an M, a closed off M shape. We're going to be doing that all the way down the loom, except for this purple one. That's just going to be our closing band. So enough chit chat. Grab another color band that you're going to be using, coming back over to this left pin, and we're going to go from the left to the middle. Still in the same color, we're going to go from the bottom left forward. Lost that band. Go forward like that. And now we're going to close that triangle going from the middle up to the top left. Like that. Still using the same color, we're going to go to the middle, and we're going to bring it up and out to the right. Using the same color, we're going to go from the middle and go forward. And for our last color to close that triangle, we're going to go from the right up to the middle. These bands just don't want to work with me today. Okay, so we have our second M shape. Now we're going to go ahead and come back to the left. I'm going to use red. Going from this bottom left pin, going to the middle. Bottom pin going forward. And the middle pin going to the top left. Still using red, we are now going to go to the right side, going from the middle up and out to the right. Now from the middle forward. And now from the right pin up to the middle, like that. Now we're going to go to our orange band. And we're going to do exactly what I'm doing right now through for the entire length of the loom. So going from the left into the middle, bottom left forward, middle to the left. Switching over to our right, still using orange, we're going to go from the middle out to the right, going to the middle forward, and from the right pin up to the middle, like that. Now we can go ahead and switch to our yellow, starting at our bottom left, going up to the middle, bottom left going forward, and middle going to the top left. Switching to the right side, still using yellow, going from the middle to the outer right, going from the middle forward, and from the right to the upper middle here. Going to my neon green or light green, going from the bottom left to the right, or to the middle, sorry. Now going from the bottom forward, middle pin to the top left. Still using light green, we're going to go from the middle out to the right, going from the middle forward, and now going from the right to the middle, like so. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep placing these bands. If you have not picked up on how to lay the pattern, no worries. I am not going to fast forward. I will just continue laying them because I know it is easy to forget. So I'll just go ahead and keep laying them and just keep following along. If you are a speedy loomer and beat me to the end, just sit tight and I will be there shortly. If you feel that you're having a hard time getting the bands on there, just after you place the last band, just push the other ones down, and that'll give you a little more room to work with to be able to lay those other bands. Okay, so I have gone ahead and laid my last band here, which I ended in purple. You might want to go ahead and push your bands down just so we have some room when we are looping. And you just want to make sure that your loom looks something like this. If it does look like that, then you are ready to loop it up. Go ahead and turn your loom around facing you. The arrow should be facing in your direction. I'm just pushing the rest of my bands down quickly. And now what you want to do is grab whatever color you ended down here, which in my case is purple. You want to grab a band because we're going to make a cat band on that peg right there. To make a cat band, you're just going to put it on once, give it a little twist effect, and then putting it back onto the peg. Oh, well that didn't work, did it? Like so. So you should have two bands on there like that. Okay. So now that we've done that, we can go ahead and start the looping process. Go ahead and grab your hook. We're going to go down into this middle pin here, moving the cap band out of the way, grabbing the very top band, and we're going to go out to the left. Now we're going to go back in that cap band, grabbing the only band left on the pin, and go forward, like that. Now we're going to close that up, going from the left to the right, go inside that cap band, grabbing that band, bringing it to the middle like that. Now we're going to go through all these bands here. Just make sure you get through all of them on this middle pin, pushing them all out of the way, because you got to grab that very top band right there, and you're going to bring it down to the right like that. Now we're going to go from this bottom pin and we're going to go forward. And last, we're going to go from this middle pin up to the right. Just like that. We're now going to go start looping our blue. So we're going to go in this middle pin here, moving out all the bands, grabbing that very top band and going out to the left. Going back through into the middle pin, grabbing that band, going forward. Coming down to this bottom left, grabbing that band, bringing it up and into the middle. Going down into this middle pin, grabbing that top band, bringing it down to the right. And then we can go ahead and go into this bottom right pin, moving those bands out of the way, grabbing that blue band. Oh, I grabbed the wrong band. You just want to make sure that you're not grabbing, let's see if I can turn this here. So if you see here, this is the bands that we have hooked, and then this is the band that we need to grab. I just grabbed that one by accident. You want to make sure you don't do that, so make sure you move that out of the way, grabbing that very bottom band, okay? So moving that out of the way, grabbing that bottom band, and going forward, like that. So now we're going to go back to our middle, grabbing the very top band, coming up and out to the right. I have hair in my loom. Guess that's what you get for having hair down your back, all the way down your back. Okay, so anyway, going back to the middle here, grabbing that very top band, coming out to the left, coming back to the middle pin, going forward, coming back to this side left pin, bringing that to the middle. Now going inside the middle pin, grabbing the top band, coming down to the bottom right, coming from the right pin, pushing all those bands out of the way, grabbing that bottom band and going forward. Coming back to the middle, grabbing the top band, going up to the right, like that. On to our next color, grabbing the very top band, going out to our left, back into the middle, going forward, coming out to the left here, bringing that into the middle. Now we're going to go in the middle band, grabbing that top band, bringing it to the right side, going down into that right pin, grabbing the bottom band, and going forward. To close off that color, we're going to come back into the middle pin, grabbing that very top band, and bringing it up to the right, like that. So you can kind of see like a little pattern starting here, and then that's also looking the same as well. So we're going to keep doing this up the loom, and I am going to stop giving directions, but I will just continue looping, and I will try to take my time so that if you haven't caught on, you know exactly what to do. You just have to remember that you'll be looping the left side and then coming over to the right side. Going back and forth. If you have already figured out the looping pattern and you think I'm taking too long, you can certainly just fast forward ahead, or you can continue following along with me. That's fine as well. And I just broke a band, so you get to watch me fix that. So this just broke, and if that happens to you, you can watch and see how I fix it. So I had to pull it out. My band broke right here, and I need to have that looped here. So I'm just going to lay that there. I'm going to go inside this pin in all those bands, pushing my hook out to the right to grab onto that band, and I'm going to pull it up and inside like that, bringing it forward. So that wasn't too bad. Glad it did it now and not at the end, because that would have been not very good. I actually never ever have that problem with my bands breaking. I am strictly a Rainbow Loom user, so I don't use any other type of bands or products, and I must say that they are very, very sturdy. I don't usually have problems with them breaking, so that's very rare. But I guess you can never say never, right? So the last thing that we have to hook is our purple bands right here. So we're just going to go from the middle, bring that straight up, and then from the right, we're going to go into the middle like so. So now what we're going to do is just slide our hook down in here. And you know what, actually grab a purple band, because we're going to make an extension. So put your hook down through this middle pin, pushing it out to the side so that we can grab onto this band. Make sure you're holding it with your other finger. I like to give it a little twist so the band doesn't pop off the hook, and just ease that through there, sliding it up like that so it's around all those bands, if you can see. And we're just going to put this band that's in my left hand on the hook, like that. Now you can slide those two bands on your hook like that so they don't fall off. And now we can go ahead and pull the bands off carefully. And I would just take your time. If it doesn't want to come off, just ease it off. You don't want to pull too hard and snap any of your bands. I always like to give it a little bit of a tug. But before we examine our bracelet, we need to make an extension, so I'm going to sit that onto the side. I know that I need 9 bands for this particular bracelet. I normally need 11. So turn your loom around with the arrow facing away from you, and go ahead and lay as many extension bands as you need. For my wrist size, I need 9 for this bracelet. So I'm just going to alternate, starting with pink, and then I'm just going to alternate colors here, adding on 9 bands, just going straight forward. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so Now we can go ahead and turn our loom back around with the arrow facing you. Go ahead and grab your hook and your bracelet. And we're going to slide these two bands down, but make sure they don't come all the way off of the hook. So just carefully bring it down like that. And we're going to add these two bands back onto this pin right here, the very end pin where that last band is on. So just stretch it out and stretch it over like this. Just like that. And now we're going to loop it up, which is going to make our extension. So just hold on to your bracelet, go in that pin here, pushing it out of the way, grabbing that band, and just looping straight up just like you would like a single chain. And just do that all the way up the loom until you're finished. And this is like the most basic step in rainbow looming, so I'm pretty confident that anyone watching this has probably done this 1,000 times. And if you are new at this, that's fine as well. Just go ahead and watch and you'll pick it up, I'm sure. Once you've looped that last band, go ahead and grab your C-clip and attach that on to the end here, making sure to go through both of the bands. And then you can go ahead and pop that extension off. Give your bracelet a little tug. I would go ahead on this side, you see the circle here, and just attach. Mine just popped off, so I got to put it back on, attach it to that. Okay, so I did go ahead and get it clipped, as you can see right here. And there you have my completed stand-up bracelet. I love it. I think it is just so super cool and unique. So like I said, you can wear it different ways. If you want to wear it laying down, you certainly can. But the reason for this bracelet is so that you can wear it like this, where it like literally just stands up. So, I mean, I think it's really super cool. Hopefully you guys can see how it lays. And then obviously you'll have yours to wear. I am going to make a tutorial very soon, having the design going all the way around without the extension. If you want to wear it flat, you can do that as well. I mean, that still looks good, but I just think it's cool that it stands up on its own like that. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so already. You can also check me out at Instagram and Twitter. My name is also Loves to Loom on those social medias as well. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you like this bracelet, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.